I woke up with a fear.
There are many ways on how to communicate with other people. Maybe some prefer having personal conversation, and maybe some prefer online. But which is better? Online conversation or a face-to-face communication? Face-to-face communication, or basically the person-to-person communication. According to a study, face-to-face communication is any communication studies describing social interaction without any mediating technology. Face-to-face communication is personal. It is more intimate and is the richest medium because it provides people an easier way of communication. No gadgets or other medium is used. But how is it different from other forms of communication, like talking on the phone? Aside from another medium is used, face-to-face communication is different because we can see the nonverbal. We have all the clues available to us like words, gestures, facial expressions, and body language. We are able to decode their messages instantly and deliver our response clearly. We can also share ideas faster using this type of communication. In a business setting, personal interaction is highly appreciated according to an article. This face-to-face communication builds trust, understanding, and a real sense of shared mission. Communication is essential even in your life, even if you're single in a relationship with someone or with food or even if you're just waiting or for lack of better term, maasa. Face-to-face communication is important because like what I've said earlier, it is an easier way to deliver information and receive messages. And according to Mehrabian's communication model, humans are visual people. It is important to see their nonverbal for you to know if their words match their emotions. Now, can you see a person's nonverbal if you're not communicating personally? No. And that's how face-to-face communication takes place. Being able to see their nonverbal is not the only advantage we can get from this type of communication. If we look at it in a business setting, personal communication helps increase their productivity. Tasks are accomplished faster and it prevents misinterpretations and misunderstandings between employees and managers. It also boosts relationship and teamwork through the ability to share the ideas freely. And this is what mediated communication lacks. You see, nearly everything we do nowadays is digital, including our communication. Most of the time, we tend to spend our time in front of monitor, doing stuff that are not really important. Some would probably talk to their loved ones in a different place. There's nothing wrong with that. I know that media has helped a lot of people in different ways, but my point is, why would you let this habit ruin your way of communication with other people? We can't deny that these technologies have affected the lives of everyone. Sometimes, people prefer to talk through social media, and as a result, people forget to value face-to-face communication. Look around you. You'll find younger children more focused on their gadgets. Maybe some are playing video games, applications, and using their social media accounts. It's obvious that they prefer using these things than talking to someone near them. Apparently, it has affected each and everyone's life. It changed their way of living and absolutely changed their way of communicating. Some people would say that the reason for the depletion of human time in personal communication is social media. But according to Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook CEO, social media hasn't ruined face-to-face communication. In his statement, the point is, it does not really harm your communication with other people. Not yet, because personally, social media is not really the one that breaks communication, but it's overused. Will there still be a place for face-to-face communication in the future? The answer for that depends on us. If we want to face-to-face communication to stay, We must make a way for it to happen. There are many simple ways to do it. All we have to do is apply this type of communication to our daily lives. I would like to end this speech with a famous quote of Abraham Lincoln. The best way to predict the future is to create it.
I woke up with a fear this morning.